What's up, YouTube? The last of my purchases finally came in, and I also have a trade that I did. I also went against the grain and bought some premium coins, which you'll see at the end. First up, I'll start off with my eBay purchase, because something that I think we've all noticed is when spot starts dropping, a bunch of dealers start dumping their inventory by dropping the premium and trying to offload and get as much fiat or as much currency as they can just to hedge their bets. With spot dropping as fast as it has been, it makes sense to why they would offload their current inventory and keep cash on hand just in case it continues to drop and they can rebuy at a cheaper price. As you can see, this purchase is from Scottsdale Mint, and I've been taking advantage of the premium drops on a lot of silver and gold. And in this case, I purchased 3 of their 20-ounce Kit Kat bars. You've seen these many times in several videos, but I've been holding off on purchases, mainly doing trades in the background. And when these finally dropped to $3.60 or $18 an ounce, that's when I decided to make a purchase. I like Scottsdale bars because they're very clean. They're smooth and polished, and the stamps are clean cut. You can tell that they have take pride in their work, and it's not sloppy. This next package is the result of a trade with those peace dollars from a few videos ago. And mainly because I needed some extra liquidity, and also I wanted some bars on hand just in case I wanted to do another project with a fellow YouTuber. More on that later if that ends up happening. Up until recently, I haven't really made too many purchases. I've mainly done a lot of trades, and that was to realign my stack and try to maximize the value without losing too much of the premium by doing conversions with buy and sell and losing out on fees. So trades can be a great way to kind of save a little bit here and there, but it does take a bit of negotiation. So use your time wisely, or if it's not worth it, don't do it. If you end up doing trades, just remember there's a lot of risk, and the person that you're doing a trade with should have a good reputation. Should you end up doing a trade, make sure you set up your ground rules first, and that the reputation of the person you're trading with is reliable. Because you never really know, so just be careful with who you trade with. It's not something that I recommend unless you're a little bit more familiar with what you're doing. So as you can see, I've pulled out 2 10-ounce bars and 2 5-ounce bars, 1 Elemental 10-ounce and 1 Apmex, along with a 5-ounce Apmex and a 5-ounce Sunshine Mint. Also included is an A-Mark 10-ounce. What was pretty cool was he included this 8-ounce poured bar. I swear I've seen this before. I'm not sure if a YouTube poured this or not, but it looks pretty cool. I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. If anyone out there knows who poured this, let me know in the comment section below. I'd really like to know. I may not be the most knowledgeable when it comes to poured silver, but with the help of everyone in the silver community on YouTube, I'm sure some of you will let me know in the comment section. Before we go to the next package, I just want to mention that by trading, it does scratch the itch of getting something new without having to spend any additional cash. So just wanted to mention that before we move on. So moving on to the premium purchase, I couldn't help myself because when I saw these, I figured I just had to do it. I was really fighting on whether or not I should pay the additional premium for these because ultimately it's $5 over spot, which puts them at about 23. But once you have a look at these Libertads, you tell me if you think it's a good deal or a fair deal or a bad deal. It's too late anyway, just for future reference to see if you would do it or not if you came across some coins that you really liked. And in this case, I really liked the coins. The seller ended up throwing in a couple of JFK, so that overall dropped the cost down to about 22 an ounce. These half dollars are pretty cool and nice and toned. Perhaps these might end up in a giveaway in my app in the future. So download the app if you haven't already done so, and keep an eye on some items that are posted. So there's your little hint on how I'm going to do some giveaways in the future and how to prepare to enter into future contests or giveaways. All right, back to the coins. So these are a mix of Libertads from the 1980s, 1982 up until 2001, with several in the 1980s and 1990s and one 2001. But as you can see, the toning on these is just crazy cool. I had asked the seller if these were artificially toned, or naturally toned, and he had mentioned that they were naturally toned, but I don't necessarily know. Perhaps you guys might have better eyes than I do on this kind of thing. But to me, it looks good. It looks natural. Some are dark, some have blues and greens and different hues of color, and others light shades of gold. It's beautiful. I couldn't help but pick up this batch of Libertads. I'm beginning to really understand the appreciation for toned coins like Morgan dollars and now Libertads, because once they have that natural tone on it, it's just amazing what it looks like. Some of them are nice, some aren't as attractive or appealing on the eye, but several of these are just amazing. Even the Libertads that don't have the toning on it still look good and have the cartwheel luster. And I'll add these to the tube of Libertads that you've seen in the past. So now that I have nearly a complete tube of 80s Libertads, I'm pretty much done, and I don't think I'll be picking up more unless I see some ones that look really nice like these. So let me know what you think about these Libertads and enjoy the rest of them. When I add this to the total, it ends up being a whopping 121 ounces, which for me is a large order in any single batch, because normally I pick them up in smaller increments, which I think you've seen over time, but with the price dip, I kind of went for dollar cost averaging and trying to get my prices down. For the next few videos, I probably won't be doing any new unboxings because my budget is done up until, I'd have to say, Cyber Monday, which I will need to replenish my funds and take care of some expenses. So just remember, whenever you're doing this kind of thing, don't overextend yourself. Just make sure you have a budget and you stick to it. Sometimes when you do overextend, just make sure that you're able to handle it. So if you are new to my channel and you're just watching this, one of the mistakes that I did even from my beginner video that I said you shouldn't do, which is to try and buy the deals when in fact there's probably going to be another deal. And this happens time and time again. Don't get too excited when you get them sales, because those sales will always be there. They come around every year or every few months. Every end of quarter, you'll get some eBay bucks or whatnot. So just keep that in mind. Don't rush it. Take your time. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.